Hello everyone. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to continue on with some Dawntrail. Last time we made our way to Mamuk, and we're going to search out for the Elector here. Now I'm curious to see how their stories of the peaceful party and everything differ from the ones that we heard from the other people. And I'm also curious to see how they feel like the current sentiment is of the people, from the people here compared to up above. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally anymore and head on over, talk to Wook Lamont. I think we talked with everyone last time, so I'll just go ahead and talk to Wook Lamont and let's get started. City of Silence. Finally in Mamuk, Wook Lamont is eager to make progress. Well, we all know what comes next. Let's find that Elector. Two streets seem to converge upon this plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Oh, I thought it was Aaronville saying this. Two streets seem to converge upon this plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Given Hunmu Rook's guidance, I also suggest that we err on the side of caution and move throughout the city in pairs. I mean, if we're going to split our numbers, we're going to have 3 one way, 3 the other, so that's a little bit more than pairs often. I don't know why you need to clarify that. Aaronville can come with me, and Alizé can go with Kryl. That leaves Brilliant to accompany Wook Lamont. If these arrangements are to everyone's satisfaction, then may our respective searches prove fruitful. And Wook Lamont goes off on her own. Alright, let's explore this place. Looks like we gotta head down this way, and I guess I can mount up here. And then I believe there is an Aether Current upside to the north. I guess, did we get the one that was around here? I guess there's one closer that's like down here. We'll watch out for it then when we get closer. Right now we gotta go find Wook Lamont. Make sure she doesn't get kidnapped again. Catnapped? Sure. There's Wook Lamont. Talk to her. You can still hear me, right? And see me? Well, I mean, you kind of disappeared into the ether earlier, so maybe you and your troll would get along well. Hello, belligerent Bunewa. ... Your words may as well be ambient noise for all the care this citizen pays you. I mean, I knew we'd get, like, the cold shoulder, or at least I knew people wouldn't want us to be here. I didn't expect us to get that much of a cold shoulder, though. How about you, Kurt Dopro? And he's ignoring us, too. As you begin to speak, the man abruptly turns and leaves. Is this part of the trial? I forget what they've been calling them. The feat. Is this part of the feat? It's like in the first one we did with the trading people, they weren't allowed to talk to us almost at all. I guess in like most of them, they weren't able to help us at all. Please tell me you've had better luck. Nope. Everyone seems to ignore me. No one will talk to you either. I was prepared for hard stares and harsh words, but this is something else. That building there looks like a shop, doesn't it? Let's go and take a look. A merchant wouldn't ignore us, surely. I don't know about that. He's gonna very much refuse service, though. Oh, she meant this one, or I guess this one. It's like the Hobigo merchant. Dot, 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 dot. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go well. Hello there. We'd like to ask you something, if you don't mind. Move along, outsiders. Oh, we're just trying to find someone. The Dawn Servant's Elector. Could you tell us where they are? Just turns around and starts counting. Well, this isn't how I expected it to go. Like she said, I expected harsh words and whatever kind of stares she said. How are we supposed to find the Elector if nobody will even speak with us? Everyone can hear me. Come to the massive stone structure to the west side of the city as quickly as you can. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, is it just gonna transition to another one? Yeah. Oh, this one's voiced, I think.
Up there.
Oh, second son's here. Mr. Two-Head and... Is that supposed to be the Elector?
By a mere shade.
No, that's First Promise.
Sorolcha. Papa?
Not as you know him. What you see is an arcane manifestation of the Dawn Servant as he was in his prime.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Mr. Two-Head, but that makes more sense. Mr. Two-Head was going crazy.
The Channeler is Zerelja, Autarch of Mamuk, and Elector for the feet of the Brotherhood.
Feet of the Brotherhood, okay.
Truly Yolal's mightiest warrior. Yet wisest you are not. You who spurned your retainer's aid when battling your betters.
To prove oneself superior to blessed siblings by surpassing the shade of Galul Jar Jar himself. That is the final feat.
Didn't we just be a blessed sibling
First
last
Promise
time?
fought alone and fell short. But that is now the least of his concerns.
You could have let your foolishness end with your failure. But instead, you attempted to harm an anointed Elector.
Bruh.
Soralja, as of this moment, you are no longer a claimant.
Ooh.
I disqualify you from the right of succession. Be gone from my sight.
This isn't over yet. I will be the one to reach the Golden
Yeah,
City.
he has some, like, ulterior motives, doesn't he?
When Sorolcha was defeated, he tried to take the keystone by force. But he was thwarted by Father Shade.
Here's Mr. Two-Head.
My dearest child, welcome home.
Is this how this is gonna go?
This feat was made for you. Only blessed siblings could hope to defeat Gulul Jaja. But ere we begin, I would see the fruits of your triumphs.
He has none of them.
Show me your tablet.
Actually, no, he had the first one, didn't he? Yeah, none of them. Or no, he got two.
What is this? Where are your keystones? Explain yourself, boy!
How is this guy the Elector? He's clearly very biased. Of course, I could say that about a lot of the other ones, too. They're clearly biased towards Wooklamon.
No
Some
matter.
of them were.
Not all can be expected to go to plan. What keystones you lack, you can easily take.
Bro, you're an Elector.
I tried. But I couldn't. I cannot beat her.
You mean to tell me that you, glory of Mamuk, for whom all here have sacrificed, were defeated by your inferiors?
Well, now we see why he's the way he is.
You are as useless as your siblings. A failure. Leave and never return! You have no place here!
Let's go, brother.
Worthless! Pathetic! This was our chance to claim sovereignty, and he ruins it!
Get the feeling that this guy should not be an Elector. No, I want to know about the other guy, though.
When these stragglers fail, Gulul Jaja will be forced to extend his rule. And in the next rite of succession, we will present a better claimant.
Alright, okay, I guess the claimants don't know that it's
So
all just a
come,
big
stand
farce.
before me and fall.
I won't do your trial.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Oh? You intend to forfeit the right?
Papa wants his successor to intimately understand the country he loves. Every step of my journey, I've learned something about our peoples and their cultures. I would do the same here in Mamuk. The Mamulja deserve nothing less, so your battle can wait.
Who is this person? I think I know who it
I
is
was the
just because
same
I saw a
mind.
screenshot, something.
Father named you an Elector for a reason. There must be something that he would have us learn.
Do as you will. But until you triumph over the Shade, you shall proceed no further.
That's fine. I mean, we know that this is all a big farce anyways, but they don't.
Promise. I would speak with you. Meet me on the western outskirts.
Okay. What if she's the real Elector? That guy did not seem like he should be an Elector. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to everyone. The first promise is attendant just now. Did his words not strike you as strange? I will be the one to reach the city of the Golden City, as though he intends to venture there with or without a Zoralja. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. I have heard about this channeling art before. Passed down through a certain clan, it employs arcane implements to produce a smoke from which the mage can conjure a shade. That was drastic escalation, well, I'd say so. It's hard to believe Zoralja was bested in battle. Well, I mean, you're the one that... Oh wait, no, Zoralja, I was thinking of Mr. Two-Head. The electors we have met thus far have all had their peculiarities. but each we felt would judge claimants equally. This Zeril Jah, however, seems set in his beliefs that only blessed siblings are worthy of the throne. Why would the Dawn Servant name an openly biased man elector? That's what I was saying. Worrying over Zeril Jah won't get us anywhere. That lady, on the other hand, was the first person to address us with any civility since we arrived. We should go and meet her, hear what she has to say. The western outskirts, right? Alright then, let's head to the western outskirts. Although, let's see, so there's probably, yeah, east. There's one over here, but we're obviously too far away for that. I'll just go ahead and turn in this quest and we'll get it later. Especially since it's it's like pretty darn close to the Aetheryte, so it's not like it's going to be very far out of the way to get it when we do eventually do cleanup. Anyway, let's go and talk to everyone again, then talk to the dignified lady. If Zeril Jah is Bunewa and she is Hobiko, then... Ah, that's probably his wife and their Mr. Two-Head's mother. Whatever her relation to Zeril Jah, I hope we can trust her. We could do with at least one ally in this city. Finally, a real conversation. Also, I see that Kryle's back there. I'll make sure not to miss her. She looks troubled. To bid us thus meet with her in private, this is both an important and delicate matter. Thank you for coming. My name is Milal Jah. Here we may talk freely, away from prying eyes. And what was it you wished to talk about? Tell me, what do you think of the Momuk? Very cold. Well, we don't have much to say yet. No one wants to speak with us. All who remain in this city are devoted to traditional ways. That's right, they said that a lot of the people that most of the people that have stayed here are traditionalists, which might make them a lot more, like, what we saw. And they're going to be a lot more like, we really own this forest or really own this lands and not the cat people up above. So that's probably what we're going to have to deal with. They believe that blessed siblings are superior. That only they are worthy to lead the people of this continent. Most would not deign to address outsiders, keeping them beneath notice. Sounds like an ideal community so far as Bakul Jaja is concerned. I am tired, exhausted by this senselessness. There are ones like me, but we dare not speak our truth aloud. Yet now we have an opportunity to reclaim our agency. For you have bested Bakul Jaja. You, a Zebral, inferior by all presumptions, triumphed over our two-headed champion. This time, anyway. Next time, I might not be so lucky. Bakul Jaja is just that strong. I seriously don't understand why he cheats so much. It seems to me he'd be better off if he trusted his own abilities. He's desperate, clearly. And it's very clear why. Other blessed siblings have fallen before. Mullah Daja of the Silver Scales, for one. He traveled across the Salt in search of conquest, only to be overcome. I mean, yeah. But no matter how the individual may falter, the people still believe in blessed siblings' supremacy. Because of my father. He who united Tyrol under one rule, who, in their eyes, stand as testament to tradition's infallibility. Regardless of your father's virtuous intent, his greatest triumph has only fanned the flames of our people's obsession. However, as both his daughter and claimant of it to his legacy, your triumph could prove that Gulu Jaja's true strength lies not in his birth, but in his character, and in doing so, you may give us the strength to renounce blessed siblings forever. I can understand wanting to forsake zealotry, but isn't forsaking two-headed mumble jaw going a bit far? You must decide that yourself. Whether the price we pay is worth an empty dream. Yeah, I think that is going a little bit far, like she said. So let me double check. I'm pretty sure I want to get through like 4 quests today. Sorry, I end up forgetting to start my timer. I also forgot to start the local recording. I'll make sure to do that in just a second. I started this at... yeah, let's go with 3 o'clock. That's about right. There we go. Alright, let's go in and talk to... I gotta talk to Mod, because she's probably has something different now. If I can use my status as the Dawn Servant's daughter to help the people of Mamuk, I'm happy to do so. But I'd like to better understand Milal Jah's motivations first. But I know that Mamul Jah extremism is limited to what I've heard through rumors. The same is true for most who hail from Zaktrol. I expect it was for his devotees that Bakul Jaja joined the Rite of Succession. The price we pay. Is she referring to the marriage between the Hopiko and Bunewa clans? Yeah, is there some, like, sacrifice they have to make in order to actually have the kid? Galul Jaja labored to break down walls. That his very existence would instead lead some to raise them is unfortunate. I didn't actually check what I wanted to check. Hold on. Okay, that was City of Silence, so I want to get through 3 more quests. I want to get through Mamuk Speaks today. Blessed Siblings. And I'm still zoomed in. There we go. Milal Jah has something to show you. This is a place that will help you understand our plight. It lies far to the west of here. Follow me. Alright, let's head out west. And check for aether currents. To the west. That sounds good to me. I think I'll try and grab that before we do this quest objective. Yeah, so it is pretty interesting that their father ended up inadvertently causing them to become more entrenched in their beliefs, as they called it, zealotry. Okay, so it's gonna be like down here. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. And it looks like we aren't going down there quite yet. How do I get back up? Do I just walk up this branch? Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this, so I don't forget it. And then I can just walk right back up here, right? I hope so. Yeah. You want to find sites like these anywhere else? Is that a meteorite up there? Aye, and judging by their attachment, a tree must benefit from the meteorite's unique aether. Anyway, we should press on. Milal Jah was anxious for us to see whatever it was she has to show us. Alright, let's keep going. Glad I got off on... did that aether current really quick. See where the next one is. Northeast. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be like around here somewhere. Obviously, we're not grabbing that yet. I'm still convinced that this is Bakul Jaja, not Bakul Jaja. I forget his name. Mr. Two-Head's mother. Because of what one of the extra dialogues said. I don't remember if it was Alizé or Kryl. Northwest, that's a little bit better. Speaking of Alizé and Kryl, the canopy blocks out the sun so completely, it's as if we're in a room without windows. A hunting camp, like as not. I'd love to talk to Mamul Jaw hunters and learn about their ways, except they'd probably ignore me. The others have continued on. Let us catch up with them. Alright. Let's see, we're heading east, or west. So that means it's gonna be a bit off of the path. Which means we're probably not gonna run into it on the way over here. Except I'm probably gonna make a detour to go and get the Aether Current, that is. I suspect it's gonna be down below these steps. And if I make a slight detour over to the right, it's probably gonna be like up here maybe? North, okay, it's gonna be over here. Where are you, Aether Current? North, okay, still a bit more. Probably over under here, maybe? Hopefully it's not up top here. Excuse me, sir. I don't have time to deal with you. Oh, it is up top. I figured it would be annoyingly placed. I should have just anticipated going on top. That would have been a better, more safe way to do this. I mean, whatever I do now will end up saving us time on cleanup later. Or maybe I just shouldn't look for them at all unless they're like not out of the way at all. Unless they're like on the, just barely off the path. Because this is a little bit of a detour. I think I'm going to start doing that from now on. I'll still keep an eye out for them, but I'll only pick up the ones that are just like barely off the path. Like the one we did previously. Because this is derailing the story just a little bit too much in my opinion. Anyway, let's head on over and continue the story. Now, what's she going to end up showing us? Is this going to be like a graveyard or something? Because I suspect she said that there's some sort of sacrifice for blessed siblings that we clearly don't know about. And I suspect like the mother dies in childbirth or something like that. Or it's gonna be something like not brutal, but like, whoa, what? That's the price? No wonder there are so few of them. Okay, yeah, the next one's far north. We're definitely not grabbing that. Alright, let's go and talk to everyone. A cavern, and it looks deep. I was not aware that such tunnels could be found in the Jaw Tika heartland. A well-kept secret indeed. I suspect the traditionalists do not want us to know about any of this. What are we looking at then? Having seen how dark the forest is, I can understand why so many Mamul Jaw choose to live into the Olal instead. The place I would show you is just ahead. This is the place you wanted to show us? It lies just beyond this passage. I assume this isn't a trap. Like, that would be very possible, but this character doesn't seem like that she would be laying a trap like that. Entry to these grounds is not permitted even to the devout. Nonetheless, I would reveal our secrets to you. Rest assured, I shall take full responsibility. Come, say for yourself the truth of the blessed. It's either going to be that the mother dies in childbirth, or there are a lot of dead children. If it's not either of these, then I'm going to say that they went soft on whatever they're going to show.
I shouldn't have looked down.
Of course.
The stone pier yonder. That is our destination.
To erect it there would have been no small feat.
The work of Yakui hands built long, long ago. Our forebears merely altered the entrance.
Makes sense.
Altered? To what end?
It will be quicker to show you. We have beasts that can carry us below.
Got some birdies? Mighty big birdies. Oh, there's Mr. Twohead.
A cool cha-cha.
What? Could it wait to laugh at the failure?
You've always come here to cry. Ever since you were little.
Mother!
Yep. That's why you talked to the...
Promise seeks to learn about Malmuk. She may be our chance to finally end what we have been powerless to stop.
Why you talk to the NPCs.
Talk with her. Tell her what we have done.
Fine. Perhaps it's only right that we be the ones to speak of it. Blessed as we are. Here. This vessel holds the remains of a two-headed Mabulja,
Okay, that's what I thought it would do.
an infant.
Most of them don't survive.
We converted the ruins into a cenotaph, so the souls of these children wouldn't return as vengeful spirits. Do you know how blessed siblings are made?
I've heard that they are born to Hubago and Bunawa parents.
This is so quiet.
Such unions between clans were originally arranged to stop infighting. The war against the Shibral was going poorly, and we needed to be united. Then, one day, a child was born. One blessed with two heads and tremendous power.
When this child grew old enough to lead our army, we became unstoppable. The Shibral had no answer, and we drove them all the way back to the trees above. That taste of victory awakened our greed. We became obsessed with conceiving more and more of these superior children, no matter the cost. Of the countless born, Most die. Trapped in their ships. Only 1 in 100 survive. If we are blessed, it is only because we yet live. Unlike our brothers and sisters who were sacrificed for the glory of Mamuk.
That's horrible.
Of course it's horrible. It's an atrocity we can never take back. Those children died so that we could live. So we had to succeed, no matter what. To fail would mean it was all for nothing. Nothing. But I did fail. I squandered their sacrifice.
I mean, you're still alive, bro. I sympathize with their pain, but don't use them as an excuse. These are terrible answers. Do I really have to pick one of these? Come on, game. I mean, he's the kind of person to like, fight back against a challenge, so I guess I'll go with the second one.
I should never have been born.
You're wrong. You didn't ask to be born as you are, and you aren't responsible for your siblings' deaths. The people obsessed with blessed siblings are. They made their choices, but they don't make yours.
That's a bit better.
Since when do you let others push you around Bakul Jaja? What do you want? Say it!
I want it to end. I don't want any more to die.
Then you have my word. We'll put a stop to this madness.
Blessed siblings are revered by their supporters as a means to achieve dominance in Tyral. If we understand why they harbor such aspirations in the first place, we would be better equipped to treat with them.
Indeed. I just hope they will be open to discourse.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that'll be the case.
Take me with you. Those fanatics treat my words as gospel.
No. There will be trouble if your father finds out you're still here. Moshutural Zush. There we will gather the people, and ask anything the Third Promise wishes to know.
Then take one of my scales. One that blends the Hubiko and Bunewa coloring. It'll serve as proof that you have our trust. People will do as you say if you show it to them.
They don't have skill taking off technology. Kind of a niche technology, but...
I'm sorry for what I've said and done. I don't expect your forgiveness.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna give it.
You had your reasons. I'm glad I could know them. Which is to say, you're not a complete alpaca's ass.
Clement.
Well, maybe it's for the best. Hatred is exhausting, after all.
Indeed. So let us make the most of our newfound friendship and bring together the people of Mamook. We have much to discover.
We'll defeat this with the power of friendship. The most powerful force in anime and JRPGs. Well, Mr. Two-Head kind of redeemed himself. He's still, as Wuklamot said, an alpaca's ass, but at least he has a reason for it. Now, Mr. First Promise, he's just gotten his inferiority complex. Hey, Brillian, before we rejoin the others, can we talk for a moment again? I really hated him, you know, Uncle Jaja, with every fiber of my being. He tried to ruin Ilihana, sabotaged us on the river, kidnapped me from my keystone, and released the most vicious Tyrol withdrawal of all time. Anything he could do to cause us pain, he did. Never in a million years would I forgive him. But the moment I understood why he did what he did, the pain he's been carrying this whole time, all my anger just evaporated. Wuklamud, you wuss. Let the hatred feed you. Let it course through your veins. And take this red lightsaber. Does this pain justify his actions in your eyes? He still needs to make amends. Let's just go with the second one. I hear you. Uncle Jaja's motives don't absolve him of his crimes. He must answer for them, like everyone else. But right now, my duty is to ensure that no one in Mamook feels desperate enough to go to such lengths ever again. Anyway, thanks for listening. Now that I've voiced that, I feel readier for the challenges ahead. Come on, let's head back to the city. Alright, we can just teleport back, right? Yeah, let's make this easy on ourselves. And then we should have like 2 more quests to go. I think so. Alright, let's go and talk to everyone. Sometimes it's best to just forgive and move on. It can be difficult. Gods, don't I know it. But that's all the more reason to try your damnedest, to look past how you were wronged, and let bygones be bygones. Elza, you still hold many grudges. What are you talking about? It's amazing how Wuklamot can connect with anyone. He has an incredible gift. I had no idea Buckle Jaja was bearing such a burden. Had he but chosen a different path. Still, I believe our true character is demonstrated not by right action, but rather by our conduct upon recognizing our faults. It is a struggle I know all too well. Yes, Alphanode, you keep bringing it up. We all played through post-ARR. We all know what happened. To think that there was such a dark secret behind Blessed Siblings. Even among the Mumbled Jaw, I cannot imagine many know the whole truth, especially not those who reside in the capital. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh right, because she said even the most devout aren't allowed there. Uncle Jaja's scale represents his faith in us. We won't fail him or his people. Yeah, Blessed Siblings, that's what the quest was called. The only way to help Mamook is to understand Mamook. We won't let Buckle Jaja down. That's an interesting sentence to say. Gale of Trust. Alphnode is ready to bring the people together. We haven't a moment to lose. According to Milal Jah, Moxu Tyrol Zuj is an abandoned settlement northwest of the city. It should afford us the privacy we require. We must work quickly, lest Zuriel Jah discover our intentions. Fortunately, Buckle Jaja thought to give us additional scales, so we might cover more ground in less time. Everyone should take one and get going. Use them to gather as many people as you can. Alright. Once you guys hurry up, we'll head on and move out. Verlian, let's retrace our steps. Maybe this time we can convince folks to lend an ear. We're gonna talk to the same NPCs that we did before. Alright, so there's one to the north. Oh no, there's one to the south. Okay, well, we're not doing that right now. Like I said, if it's not like directly if it's not just barely off the beaten path, I'm just gonna ignore it until we do Aether Current cleanup. Let's see, is he in here? In the back rooms? Nope, that must be on the other side of the shop. Yeah, let's see if I can cut through here. Looks like I can. Yeah, this is the shop owner that we talked to before. Hey man, you still counting? Did I not tell you to move along? I can't be seen talking with the likes of you. Yeah, well, I got this cool scale here. Maybe you'll talk to me now. A blessed scale? In an outsider's hands? What business do you have with me? Yeah, so go meet at this place. It's definitely not suspicious. So Bakal Jaja sent you to call an assembly. I'm not sure what to make of this, but I shall go to Maksu Tural Zuj at once. So who's gonna rat us out on this? Because I guarantee that Daddy, that I guess he's not Daddy. Daddy is Fortunal. Papa is Papa, and who would Mr. Singlehead? Sure, we'll call him that. I'm not gonna call him that. ... Hey bro, take a look at this scale. It's real cool. That scale. If the blessed trust you, so will I. So, what did you require of me? Bakul Jaja bids us to come to Maksu Tural Zuj. A strange place for an assembly, but very well. I will not refuse he who fights for our dreams. Alright, we got 2 people to head on over there. See if the mod convince some other people. Have you managed to gather some of the good folks? Yes, I did. Wonderful. The esteemed Bakul Jaja will be pleased. This fellow here will be coming to Maksu Tural Zuj as well. Apparently, there's a nodule nursery to the west called Golmajik Grove. Could you go and see who you can talk to there as well? I'll meet you in Maksu Tural Zuj afterwards. There's just one more person I need to find. Does she have someone in mind? Alright, I want to check something real quick. When did they need... Okay, the next one is going to be level 95. So, that means I need to actually turn this quest in as a samurai to make sure to get the XP. And then next week I'll need to make sure to do... a couple, like, MSQ roulettes on my warrior in order to get enough experience to be able to do the dungeon that's coming up. It's a dungeon and a trial. Either way, I need to be level 95 for that. Now, it looks like we're heading on over middle of nowhere here. Wasn't there an Aether Current over here? Northeast. Okay, that's past where we were, so I'm not going to bother. So this looks like some sort of, like, palm trees resort place. I'm sure that's not what it is. I think they said it was a nursery. Oh, nursery, duh. For plants. I was thinking for kids. Anyway, let's talk to the Grove Worker. Leave this place, outsider. Hey, I got this cool scale. Oh, my apologies. I was unaware. I thank you. Blessed Scale Bearer, for bringing me word of this gathering. I shall away to Maksu Tural Zuj at once. Actually, I think I'll end up getting enough experience just from the discovering stuff, so just discovering the map, so I might just switch over to Warrior to turn this quest in. But at the same time, I want to make sure I have enough experience on Samurai so that I don't have to try and do some roulettes as a DPS. Oh, looks like there's one to the north. Maybe we'll end up getting that one. Okay, it's northeast. It's probably down in the hole down there, so maybe I'll just check and see if it's there. If there's one over there. Yeah, it still says northeast. Maybe it's up top. Oh, it's probably, yeah, it's probably here. So, I'm not gonna worry about it. But come on, I can get up this thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably up top here. And I don't know how I'm supposed to get there, so I'm just gonna ignore it. No, it says north. So it looks like this is... Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll grab that and then we'll do the quest objective. Also, yeah, I'm getting really close to leveling up just from discovering new places. Another Aether Current down. Yeah, there's the Grove Worker. Those are the 3 that we talked to earlier. And the one that Wook said, "Whatever Buckle Jojo requires me, I shall happily provide." What a curious place to gather. Now that I think of it, why would Buckle Jaja grant you a scale? Because he trusts me, bro. You know, so you should trust me, bro. Is it gonna be voiced? I don't think so. Where's Wook? Right, she said she wanted to find someone else. Hopefully she wasn't stupid. Then again, this is Wook we're talking about, so that's a very strong possibility. Ah, that's what she wanted to do. Sorry to keep you waiting. That makes sense. Okay, she wasn't stupid this time. That's a little bit harsh. I know that she's like can be dumb sometimes, but still. You invited the second promise as well. Lama T, need I remind you that this is a competition? Whatever advantage you're about to share with me, you ought to utilize it to your own benefit. Yeah, that's how she works. I've barely made headway in communicating with the locals. At this rate, you'll lead the race to the Golden City. Yeah, I don't think she cares about that right now. And neither will you once you hear about this. I need your help. Complete the feat? No. Momuk has a problem. I can't solve it on my own, and you're the most clever person I know. I'm standing right here. What are you talking about? I want you to hear the people firsthand, that we might come up with a way to help them. Very well. I'm at your disposal. Everyone, thank you for gathering on such short notice. I am Wook the Mutt, third promise of Tuliolol. Promise? I thought you served Buckle Jaja. You deceived us? No, they did not. The scales they showed you were mine. I entrusted them to the third promise and her retinue. Why honor these outsiders so? Because Wook the Mutt has won my trust. Now you will hear her words. Buckle Jaja shared with me the truth about blessed siblings, about the place, about the price you pay to conceive them. an outsider to your community. It is not my place to judge you or your culture. Culture is born of the experience of its people, of their lives and their land. But it breaks my heart to know that yours has brought you all so much suffering. Migraine time? No, not yet. If any here wish to break from the cycle of tragedy that created Blessed Siblings' demands. Created Blessed Sibling. I think I'm just reading that wrong. Hold on. If any here wish to break free from the cycle of tragedy that creating Blessed Siblings demands, I ask that you join us. Okay, it makes sense now. Okay. Please, I don't want any more of our children to die. You think we want this? We have no choice. Only Blessed Siblings can liberate us from our suffering. Without them, we have nothing. And of course, the smart one starts talking. That remains to be seen. Speak with the third promise. Share with her your worries and your pain, and together you may find a new way forward. Together? Yeah, bro, power of friendship. If she is trustworthy, then I will speak with her. It would be best if you withdrew, my son. Many cannot yet speak freely in your presence. Let's keep an eye out for Zuriel Jaw. He wouldn't take kindly to this sort of gathering. What freedom of assembly? Why would you allow that? And people might, like, talk. Why don't you be a proper dictator and, like, tell them to disperse? Once we understand everyone's concerns, we'll be better equipped to help them. Let's make sure they feel heard. This is exactly how I would expect Book of the Mod to resolve this. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and talk to everyone. Even if Bakul Jaja trusts the third promise, I don't know if I'm comfortable discussing this with her. I'm sure my son would have preferred to stay, but his presence alone still greatly sways our people's behavior. Understandable. An end to Blessed Siblings? I don't know what to think or how to feel about this. Belief in Blessed Siblings and the salvation they would bring us has sustained me for years and years. But if there's another way, if the third promise can truly help us. Now we come to the heart of it. Everyone looks uneasy, but their faith in Bakul Jaja guides them even now. Book-the-Mot risks her standing in the right to attend to her people's needs. There's a degree of selflessness few can claim to share. Not even I imagined that my sister would one day befriend Bakul Jaja. Me neither, bro. Me neither. I'm glad Kwana agreed to help us. He's always been good at solving complicated problems. Me, not so much, yes, we know. But I'll support Mamuk's people however I can. By combining our respective strengths, we'll help them discover a new source of hope. I know we will. Okay, so I need to take this quest so that I can actually accept the next one. I believe it's level 95. Yep, that's why I needed to make sure to do it. Let's go ahead and... the next quest is the one that I wanted to get through today, so let's go ahead and start it up. Mamuk speaks. Before she hears the people, Book-the-Mot would like to ensure she is prepared. Alright, Brilliant. Before we start, Let's make sure we're remembering our history correctly. Well, I mean, I remember mine. The Mumwalja and Zabral fought for centuries over the land in the upper forest, but due to infighting, Mumwalja forces struggled to make significant gains. In order to promote cooperation, the Hobigo and Bonewa clans intermarried, and that's how Blessed Siblings were first conceived. With that in mind, let us talk to the people and learn why they rely on Blessed Siblings. Because they were told to, that's why. Not even yeah, we got that. Look them on risk, yeah, okay, I think they got all the same stuff. I'm sure my son, yeah, okay. Blessed Siblings promise us more than strength. They promise us the sun. This forest is dark and inhospitable. When given the opportunity to live in Tuliolol, most of the people didn't think twice. Still, the prospect of being among so many outsiders was intimidating enough to keep many of us here. That's a very interesting observation, okay. Blessed Siblings are meant to deliver us from this accursed forest, to lead us to the fertile land above, where we might make a place for Mumwalja to abide in peace and plenty. Why can't you just go up there anyway? So you desire fertile land, one that's all your own. I mean, like, if like individuals went up there and asked to live among them, would they really turn them down? But like he said, they're intimidated by going and talking with outsiders. That's perfectly reasonable. As you'll have noticed, this forest is very dark. Hardly any sunlight makes it through the canopy, so it feels like it's always night, yeah, because it's actually 10:30, and yeah, it's like dark. We plow, we fertilize, we irrigate, yet our crops shrivel and die as though cursed. The only one that grows well is not Jewel, Gatika banana in Tyrol. Tried living on that and little else for a few centuries and see how you like it. On bananas? Okay, I can understand that. A forest where nothing grows. It's not hard to imagine why you'd want to leave. Those who have known only open skies and bountiful land cannot comprehend our plight. To thrive, we must take what we lack by force, and for that, we need the blight of the Blessed Siblings. Again, have you tried asking? There have to be other ways to thrive. Ways that don't require fighting. Well, now you're sounding like Lise. Jeez, Willamont. This land was once rich with ore, but the Yokhoi did not stop digging until all the veins were spent. The meteorites are only good for so much. Even if we made overtures traders, we have little to offer. Nothing would make me happier than to make a good life for my family in the place where I was born, but that's impossible. With resources as sparse as they are, you don't have a good prospects for trade. That's a good point. Because we can't, that's why she needs Koana, because she needs to take all this stuff into account to try and come up with a solution. And Wokilamot's definitely not going to be the one to come up with that solution. Well, I think I'm starting to understand. No, you're not, Wokilamot, that's why Koana's here. Everyone had their own perspective, but all their concerns were about the forest itself. Dark, infertile, cursed. Hearing that, it's little wonder that the people here wish they had a better land. And who better to get it for them than the Blessed Siblings? It's hard to convince people to stay in a place that can't provide what they need. You'd think the meteorites, at least, would have a value, but apparently not. Hold on, didn't Aaronville mention something about the meteorites? That the aether they emit makes the plants grow blue? Rather significant physiological effect, I would say. If we were to study these meteorites, we might discover other ways they influence local flora. I noticed a curious amalgam of tree and meteorite just south of here. Determining precisely how they interact with one another may yield crucial insights. This is why we got the nerd on the case. Everyone, I really appreciate you for sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks to your insights, we have a promising idea already. We just need a moment to investigate it further, so please bear with us. We'll be right back. Alright, let's head on down south to that tree that they mentioned. Yeah, and I suspect, yeah, the southeast. Okay, that's actually about where we're going, so maybe I'll try and get that. Although it might be like on the water here. No, that would be kind of weird. Oh, just east? Okay, it's on the other side over here, so I'm not going to get that. I just head over to the tree and the meteorite. I am curious to see like what they're going to discover, and also like how did they not discover this before. Then again, if they don't let outsiders into the forests very often, then like, and they aren't going to investigate it themselves, how are they going to find it? All right, looks like it's, oh, it's on the edge here. So, okay, is that what they're talking about? At first glance, this forest seems to have Haven a mysterious beauty, but the reality of living here is quite another matter. What a remarkable tree! I hope it will provide us with the insights we need. Plants that shrivel as though cursed. I think I can hazard a guess as to why. I had known that Yaktel was battered by a veritable deluge of meteorites long ago, but I never considered how their presence might be affecting the environment. Are the meteorites causing the infertile soil? That would be interesting. It really is incredible how a tree can support such an enormous boulder. I mean, trees are really strong. The meteorite's etheric emissions are palpable, even from this distance. Why don't we just call up Y'shtola so she can take a look at it? You know, look at it. Seeing this again makes me feel more confident in sharing a theory of mine. I suspect that only plants with an etheric affinity to those meteorites can thrive in this forest. So they're going to need to change their plants, and I bet those bananas are on the same etheric wavelength as the meteorites. If so, the gargantuan trees that create the dense canopy would be by necessity the same affinity, as well as the aforementioned nodule tree. Indeed. I should like to analyze samples of the meteorite before drawing any definitive conclusions, however. I carry with me a few devices that will aid in this endeavor, but perhaps you and Kryl could lend your expertise as well. Yeah, they should be able to help. I'd like to join you. The etheric signatures of those meteorites may be crucial in determining what manner of species might fare well here. Ah, I think I see what you're getting at. If we can prove that the cursed forest isn't quite so cursed, maybe the people won't feel like blessed siblings are their only solution. So how can I help? Want me to climb the tree and break off a piece of the meteorite for you, and get radiation sickness? There are plenty of fragments on the grounds nearby. It should be enough for our purposes if we gather about 5 pieces each. Even better if those fragments are gathered from disparate locations. I will collect your pieces at once. I will collect your pieces once you have them, okay? Gotta go collect some meteorites. Alright, looks like we gotta get the 2 convenient orange circles. Let's see, there's Book of the Mont. Let's make sure to talk to her first. So the reason this tree grew so big is because of the meteorite's energies? Well, that's one way to put it. That's definitely on Book of the Mont level of intelligence. Let's grab this meteorite shard. I've been really bashing her this time. I don't think she's as bad as people, like, say, but, like, she's definitely a bit not quite the level that people would want. The more fragments we gather, the better. Let's all do what we can. Well, considering I can literally only gather 5 due to the quest objective, I'd say I'm probably going to be collecting 5 of them. Make sure to talk to Aaronville and Alphanode as well. I should have brought better tools. Aaronville, how could you predict that you need to analyze meteorites? Big for our purposes, but a shard of it might do. Aaronville, if you would. Poor Aaronville. Go ahead and grab this meteorite. That's probably the last one we need for this area. We'll probably need to head over to the other convenient orange circle. Yep. Once again, check for ether currents. Northeast. Yeah, it's still the same one. Looks like the convenient orange circle is around the corner here, and looks like there's Koana. Let's make sure to talk to him too. It should be everyone. I have mine already, so let me know when you have yours. I'm actually going to switch over to Warrior to get a little bit of experience from discovering places. I don't think I'm actually going to get close enough to explore that one, but any little bit of experience on Warrior would be nice. Grab this meteorite shard, and where's the last one? Up there it is. Alright, that's the last shard. Go ahead and meet up with everyone. Or rather, with Koana, so we can give it to him. Alright, Koana, I got your rocks. Did you find your fragments? I mean, I wouldn't be able to talk to you if I didn't. Also, nice earth shards. Much obliged. Alphanode, Kryl, and I will combine the gathering samples and conduct an analysis forthwith. Determining the wavelength may take a little while, but I am hopeful that our efforts will bear fruit, and not just bananas. I'll tell my sister to await our arrival at Moxu Tural Zuj, so go and meet her there. We will return with our results as soon as possible. I expect the dad is going to show up. Okay, that's the end of the quest. I suspect he's going to show up at some point and, like, try and, like, get us to disperse or something, and try and convince everyone that they're wrong and that they should listen to him instead of the, you know, the blessed siblings that they should be listening to. They should listen to him instead of the failure of blessed siblings about blessed siblings. There's not any hypocrisy in that at all. But this is the last one that I wanted to get done today. And hopefully it doesn't lead... Actually, I hope it does lead off into a good cliffhanger. Now, the next one isn't the dungeon quest, but it's the one before it. So next time we'll probably get through that dungeon quest, and then a couple more, and then like get through the rest of the Momuk section. It looks like there's 2 more quests after the dungeon quest. Sir, I'm a little busy here. There we go. Guess you got intimidated by the little house cat. Go and talk to that little house cat and wrap this up. We've done all we can. The rest we must leave to Koana and the others. I don't know the first thing about those Charlian devices of his, but if they can help... If they can be of help to Momuk, I'm glad he has them. There's hope for this forest yet, Brillian. I can feel it. I mean, they basically told us what the solution's gonna be, so... Go ahead and grab the guild, because I know I'm gonna forget. I'm not gonna end up using those dyes. Alright. Now, I could do another quest, but I'm not going to. Just because that's what I was planning to... What I wanted to get done today. Go ahead and set myself up like right here or something, just to wrap this up. Oops, that's not the way I thought that worked. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. I probably should Slash could do one more, at least the next one will be a better cliffhanger, but I know that the next one is called like the Feet of Brotherhood, so we're actually gonna have to like fight, probably, or at least it's gonna lead into the dungeon. Anyway, that's all for today. Hopefully next week we'll be able to get through the dungeon quest and maybe finish up the Mamuk, wherever this place is. Mamuk area, this lower region, I forget what they called it, what the force is called. The Yaktral, I forget what it was. Anyway. Until next time, goodbye.